Ninja on the beat. Don't panic, you rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Oven mitts for little kids, what you bitching about? Pockets when they chilling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your places, no mistake that you are beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open when pop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hater, this my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers and soft stages. Bring the heat with Kenny just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like don't call you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic. I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on his eyes like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro. Cause you looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. I don't cheat. I just move when I cruise to the G code. Put the limit in. Stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts to latch to. Rich TV Live, he a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic.
Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I pay you for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels. Okay. Quickly. ASAP. Quick.
So there's some big news with CannTrust. And of course, like usual, I like to break it first. We've been doing this since 2017. Everybody that is not me takes shots at me because they weren't first. So deep down inside, they know that they all started their show because of Rich TV Live. We were the first ever on YouTube to talk about cannabis stocks. Now, everybody and their brother and sister and cousin is an expert of cannabis stocks all of a sudden. But I'm going to give you guys some real information. I'm going to give you a prediction that only you can get here on Rich TV Live. My prediction is that CannTrust will be back. My prediction is that CannTrust will be back and they will be strong and they will grow and they will be a turnaround story. Now, let me explain to you. Kyle says, hey, lad, I had your back today. Infinite Possibility says, were you first or was Departures Capital? Are you guys joking? Go back to January 2017 when your boy started doing YouTube videos about cannabis stocks. Nobody on YouTube was doing videos about cannabis stocks in January of 2017. Everybody else that has spawned from that has spawned from that because of Rich TV Live. That's why there's so many cannabis guys in Canada. Guess who happens to be Captain Canada? Guess who happens to be the guy who's been talking about cannabis stocks since January 2017? Only one guy. That's why every other channel likes to take shots at your boy. But I got too much class to take shots at anybody else because they're not on my level. It's a fact. Now, what I want to say is that CannTrust will be back. CannTrust will be back. I want you guys to listen to this news because this is big breaking news from CannTrust. CannTrust provides default status report and other updates. CannTrust Holdings Inc, TRST, on the TSX exchange, on a stock exchange, and on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol CTST. Today is providing a status update in accordance with its obligations under the Alternative Information Guidelines set out in National Policy 12-203, Management Ceased Trade Orders NP 12-203, which requires the company to provide bi-weekly updates until such time as the company is current with its filing obligations under Canadian securities laws. They are not filing because they don't want to file. Because why would you file zeros? This is a delay tactic. As previously announced, the company is subject to a management cease trade order, MCTO, issued by the Ontario Securities Commission. The MCTO prohibits the directors and executives, officers of the company from trading in or acquiring securities of the company until 2 full business days after the company files an interim financial report for the 3 and 6 month periods ended June 30th, 2019. An interim management's discussion and analysis for the corresponding period and certifications of interim filings. The MCTO does not affect the ability of investors who are not insiders to trade in the company's securities. Timing of financial results and TSX listing updates. CannTrust continues to make progress in working with its independent auditor to complete its related audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2018. Its restated interim financial statements for the first quarter of 2019 and its interim financial statements for the second and third quarters of 2019, together with the related management's discussions and analysis for the corresponding periods. This is a delay tactic. As disclosed in the company's November 21st, 2019 news release, which I also broke to you guys first, these financial statements are unlikely to be completed and filed before the end of the calendar year. On November 26, 2019, CannTrust announced that as a result of the delay in filing and the aforementioned financial disclosures, the Toronto Stock Exchange, TSX, intended to review the company's eligibility to continue listing its common shares. The TSX advised that if the company is unable to satisfy its disclosure requirements by March 25th, 2020, the company's securities will be delisted 30 days following this date. So this is where it becomes really interesting. This is where it got my attention. Something big's about to happen, guys. Get ready. The company fully anticipates filing the associated disclosures, which means it was a delay tactic, and meeting the TSX requirements prior to March 25th, 2020. As of November 30th, 2019, listen to this. CannTrust had approximately 185 million Canadian of cash liquidity. The company has no borrowings, no debts, 185 million in cash liquidity and no debt. Seems like they're doing pretty good for a company that has no license. Update on remediation efforts. CannTrust continues to make progress on its remediation efforts and anticipates completing all of the activities described within its remediation plan by the end of the first quarter of 2020, although completion will be subject to Health Canada's input and approval. To that end, the company and Health Canada have already engaged on various aspects of the remediation plan. Then they go into a litigation update where there's a whole bunch of people that are suing the company because the stock has gone down. I really don't know what to say about suing a company for stock going down. Not really my style, but hey, do what you got to do. It's true. Let me get into your guys' messages. Let's get right into it. System Deadlock says CannTrust 5-finger limit says, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Diversified says second like. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. We got 52 people here, 50 people here, 15 likes. Let's get that like game up. Let's get our like game up. Let's go, man. Diversified says, what's up? How you doing, man? Infinite Possibility says, hey, my friend. Rich TV Shop. What's up, Elad? Guys, go to richtvshop.com and shop, man. Gear, shirts, hats, hoodies, bongs, breakers, you name it, we got it, and we're gonna get more. Il Kid, man, he's a living legend. My prediction is that CannTrust is gonna be back, and they're gonna be strong, and that the stock will explode. So get ready. You better get your popcorn ready. CannTrust is coming back, folks. It's coming back, and you heard it here first on Rich TV Live. CannTrust is coming back, and I predict they will be back with their license between January and March of 2020. I say between January and March of 2020, they're fully compliant on all their financials. They're fully audited and up to date, and they got their license to sell back from Health Canada. That's my prediction, and you heard it here first. Let's go Cowboys, man. Everything's bigger in Texas. Infinite Possibility says, White Widow is so good. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate you getting my back, Kyle. Thank you. Cody Olson says, in Rich, I trust. Let's go. Let's go, champ. Tom Pop says, every channel has its flavor. This one's selling like hotcakes. I like that. Let's go. Five Finger Limited says, Rich TV Live, #1 show on YouTube. Hit the like. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. It means a lot. Tom Pop says, it's true first. It's true. It's true. There'll never be another first. You know, Snoop Dogg is the king of cannabis. Well, when it comes to cannabis videos on YouTube, your boy's the king. I've got more videos about cannabis than anybody, I'm pretty sure, in the world. On YouTube about cannabis stocks. And I was the first to talk about cannabis stocks on YouTube starting in January of 2019. You won't see this guy going to another YouTube channel and copying somebody else, but you'll see a lot of other people talking about your boy on their show. And you'll also hear a lot of people copying my picks on their show. But you ain't going to hear me go to anybody else's show and bad talk anybody. And you're also not going to hear me go to anyone else's show and copy their picks or their content. It's true. It's true. Pat Man says, you are my sunshine. Thank you, bro. Respect, man. Infinite Possibility says, you are a trend setter. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, man. And speaking on that, we just launched a Forex Trading Academy today. And congratulations, we've had 6 members wanting to join the team. I can't wait, man, to trade with you guys. We're going to be putting trades in our group chats. We're going to be trading 24 hours a day. We're going to be trading at night. We're going to be trading on weekends. We're going to be trading when nobody else is trading. That's all I can say, man. It's coming. And that's my Forex Trading Academy, which I just launched today. I'm also about to launch a Options Trading Academy, which will be launched very soon. So stay tuned. So talking about being first, we will always be first. Everybody else is always trying to catch up. They talking about cannabis stocks. We already the first on cannabis stocks. Now we're going to be the biggest and the first on Forex. And we're going to be the biggest and the first talking options. It's true. And watch, all the other haters, they're going to copycat and they're going to jump on board. They're going to start talking Forex and they're going to start talking options too. Just remember who predicted that too. Just remember it. Tom Pop says, deflecting haters like a boss. Diversified says, hey, Captain Canada is Wayne Gretzky. Watch it, bro. You know what? I'm a big fan of Wayne Gretzky, man. He's the great one. I got nothing negative to say about Wayne Gretzky, man. I can't even put myself in the same conversation as Wayne Gretzky. But when it comes to, talking about cannabis stocks, I'm Captain Canada, man. We're putting Canada on the map. Putting Canada on the map, man. Infinite Possibility says, I heard ACB will go bankrupt. No. Not going to happen. Not happening. Whoever said that is on crack. They smoking some good crack because that ain't happening. ACB ain't going bankrupt. ACB will be $1 billion company, and it's not going to take long. Josh Pitt says, I've been calling calls for March 20th for the price to hit 250. Sold all of them. Sentiment is good. Calls for what? CannTrust? Yeah, people know that they're coming back. And when they come back, it's going to be like a heart attack, man. They're going to take over and they're going to be like big news. And nobody's talking about them right now, but I'm talking about them right now because I'm telling you right now, they're going to come back. Lucky Dog says TRST on bottom fishing watch list with above average volume. Think about all the companies that are trading at like 20 cents or lower that have real businesses that are operating, and CannTrust is still at $1 despite the fact they don't have a license. That shows you just how powerful CannTrust is and why they will not go away. There's too many big boys involved in that company. Because there's too many big boys involved in that company, because they're on a senior exchange, they're too big to fail. That's why the stock is not going under $1. I'm not suggesting it can't go lower than the prices it's at right now, but I'm saying that when they get that license back, expect the stock to skyrocket. And it's coming soon. It's coming soon. And I'm not just talking about the press release. I've been hearing from my own sources that it's coming back soon, as early as January. So stay tuned. Andy Hoyle says, been buying CannTrust for the last month. Going to buy more on this. I think there's huge potential here. Pat Mann says, like. Smash that like, guys. I appreciate you guys. 23 likes. Let's get our like game up. Lucky Dog says, called Namaste Eric. Today, nice guy. They're sitting on lots of cash, not looking for capital. I told you guys Namaste is going to blow. I'm telling you, Namaste is going to blow. The CannTrust news is that CannTrust is saying that they are going to get everything up to date, and they're moving forward and cleaning everything up so that they can be back and fully compliant so they don't get delisted off the Toronto Stock Exchange March 25th. Kyle says, I have my favorites. I watch TV, been watching CannTrust for a long time now, but I like OGI and Hexo a little bit more. But all-time favorite in Canada is Weed CGC. Yeah, you can't go wrong with CGC. How you doing, Dale? Thank you for joining us. Five Finger Limited says, Experion Holdings. Have you heard of them? US ticker XPFF. Been watching. No, I haven't. You like them? Dale says, what OP will have siblings on 2020? I don't really understand your question. Infinite Possibility says, good news on NWES today. Hey, man, good news travels fast. Cody Olson says, what's with the ACB drift rumors? Any ideas? I just think ACB is doing some huge things, man, and it'd be stupid and silly not to pay attention to them. These prices are ridiculously low, and they're going to be a giant. They're already a giant. So I think ACB goes up. They might go down before they go up. We need to watch them carefully. We need to date the stock. We need to watch everything. Need to watch their news. We need to watch their financials. Yeah, their revenue did not grow this quarter. That's why the stock went down. But next quarter is going to be different, and then the quarter after that, and the quarter after that. So stay tuned and get your popcorn ready. Your boy will be here. I promise you that. I promise you that. I'll be here. Kyle says, there is a lot of hope for CannTrust. I think there's a lot of reasons to like CannTrust. They just announced there's $185 million of cash and assets and liquidity and no borrowings. That sounds good to me. They're just sitting waiting. Dale says, sublinguals will be an elegant to vapes. Brian says, did CannTrust update their financials? No. Not yet. I believe they're delaying this. I think they're delaying this as long as they can until the day that they get the word from Health Canada that they can sell again. Then they can file, get everything up to date. You don't want to file right now, because if they file, all the market makers are going to come out and they're going to get slaughtered because they're going to file really poor results, which I believe is a tactic. I truly believe it's a tactic, which is a smart tactic. Michael Biggers says, you just doomed CannTrust by saying they're too big to fail. I don't think I'm the one that's going to do anything. CannTrust is going to do well on their own merits. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just the messenger boy. That's it. Peter B says, yo, 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 let's smash that like for your boy who bring it first. That's what we do, man. We bring it first. We've been doing this since 2017, and we ain't going to stop. We're going to a new decade, and we'll be doing it on 2020. Yo, Jared, what's up, bro? I know you're getting involved in the Forex trading, brother. Let's go, man. We'll be trading 24/7. So while all these other YouTubers are talking cannabis stocks, at 1 o'clock p.m., when the market closes, what are they going to talk about? I'll be talking about Forex trading. I'll be talking about crypto trading. I'm ready, man. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll. We'll see the copycats then. We'll see the copycats jump on board and start talking crypto. They're going to start talking Forex. They're going to start talking everything else too, because they just always a step behind, right? They can't catch up. They can't catch up. They can't catch up. Brian says, I wonder what happened to my money in Wayland. Their stock halted. Sometime it says 74 cents, and other times 2 cents. That's not good. Yeah, Wayland's been a nightmare. Alberto Ramos says TRST back to $5 upon license. You see the leaked video, illegal op video. Their growing style is like no other. Unlikely to see sub $1. Rich, I agree. So if we go from $1 to $5, that is 400% profit if we get into CannTrust. Now remember, I'm not a licensed advisor. Go talk to your licensed advisor. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Okay? I'm an investor just like you guys. I've been investing for a long time. I've been investing since 2007. So I've gone into almost 13 years. I've done options trading, short trading, long trading, cannabis stock trading, cryptocurrency trading, futures trading. Now I'm getting into Forex trading. I just want to keep learning. As an investor, I just want to keep learning, and I want to keep educating myself and keep finding different ways to make money and take advantage of trends. I love the cannabis sector. I love green gold, but I also love making money. And when the cannabis sector is down for 8 months in a row, it would have been nice to have something else like Forex trading, like crypto trading, to be making money with every single day and following other experts that are making money every single day while the cannabis sector is maturing and going through a downtime. So that's what I'm going to do. I think it makes a lot of sense. Plus, I'm going to learn another tool, which is going to be the tools of the gods, which can help me generate more income, which as an entrepreneur that has tons of free time that works from wherever I'm at in the world, it just made a lot of sense that I can make more money from my phone. Made a lot of sense to me, man. Good evening, Dylan. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for your video, man. I really appreciate it. Trying to keep up with you guys' messages. Rich TV Shop says, purchased Meta yesterday, bro, and I am up now. You know I love to hear that, Elad. Did you sell? Did you take your money and run? I told you guys about Meta, man. I don't know what to say, man. I told you guys Meta had a chance. And I think that's just the start for Meta. I think this is just the start. Just the start. Pat asks, what about Flower Corp? I like Flower Corp. I think they're going to be good, man. Five Finger Limited says, Experion Holdings handcrafted cannabis company. Oh, I like handcrafted cannabis. Dylan Fraser says, notice that flower hit the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Likes to bounce. Good call, Dylan. I like the way you're thinking, buddy. Dale says, I think sub-oral will be big in 2020 for LPs in Canada. I hope you're right, man. Dylan Fraser says, hey, I'll have a fire and flower video this weekend. Brother, you're speaking my language. Send it. Let's go. Everybody can be a part of the Rich TV Live community here. You can be a part of this show. If you go and buy a product and do a review, if you go and you buy a product like this, and you pull out product like this, and you do a review of the product, because I was also the first to do a review last time I looked. I don't remember anyone else pulling a product and doing reviews like this. So if you do that for me and you send me the video, turn your camera sideways so we can get a full good video and do a review. You could do a review of the product. You could do a review of the store. Cannabis is always around me, guys. I'm a legit cannabis enthusiast. I don't know about everybody else that's talking about it on YouTube, but this guy's for real, man. This guy is the real deal. I'm representing the media. I'll be representing the media at the LIFT conference. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row representing the media. Just saying, man. Just saying. I got no hate for nobody, but people love to hate on me. I don't know why, but they love to hate. Just saying. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Five Fingers says EXPFF US ticker put on the watch list. Thank you for sharing your picks, man. That's what I love about this community. That's why this is the greatest community on earth right here. Five Finger Limited says 30% THC. Rich TV Shop says not yet. You're holding? Hope you win, bro. Jason Garza says, hi, everyone. How you doing, Jason? Rich TV Shop says, sell at $1. Brother, you make me smile, man. You make me smile, man. Dale says, no vape or smoke, just good as smoking. Man, there's nothing wrong with smoking. Infinite Possibility says, how come Canada stocks aren't as good as the US stocks? Honestly, Canadian companies are not profitable. Straight up, the Canadian companies are not profitable. The US companies are growing faster and they're more profitable. They got a larger population. That's why they're doing better. Kyle says, hey now, if we are throwing out pumps, get your TRUL. No one's competing. They're by far the best. Nobody even close. Alberto Ramos says, any thoughts on Kernrich? That float tighter than a nun. And I think everyone agrees with the need for their technology and agreement with Leafly. I like them. They initially did really well after their initial IPO. And then they did really poorly and came all the way down. And now they're starting to come back up. So I think the key is with these companies, we're starting to see that very few are going out of business. They're finding a way to survive. They're finding a way to be public and to stay alive by utilizing their stock and utilizing the fact that we're in a very hot sector. And I think what's going to happen and what you're going to see is that the strong will survive and thrive. The weak will still exist. Some will go bankrupt, but it won't be as many as you think. And then a lot of the weaker ones will also be consolidated into the bigger companies. That's what's going to happen. But I still think there's going to be a lots because there's too many industries. We're talking about extraction. We're talking about hemp. We're talking about CBD. We're talking about cannabis-infused beverages. We're talking about flour. You know, that's a lot of industries right there that we're talking about that are just growing exponentially. So you're going to need specific companies that are just going to focus on one. Companies are going to focus on edibles. Companies are going to focus on extraction. Companies are going to focus on flour. Yeah, you're going to get some companies that are vertically integrated, like Cannabis Growth, like Aurora Cannabis. But that's why you're seeing that they're running out of money or they're spending a lot of money because they're trying to grow on a global scale because they want to be the biggest in the world. And there's a cost with being the biggest in the world. That's why you're seeing the volatility in Cannabis Growth, Kronos Group, Afria, Aurora Cannabis. They don't have the luxury in America of the huge population, so they have to go to Europe and they have to go international to compete with the multi-state operators in America. They just don't have the population in Canada. There's only 30 plus million people in Canada. There's 300 million plus in America. You just can't compete. You have to go international. Hey, Levon, how you doing, brother? Dale says oral is just as effective as smoking it. Yeah, it is. It is. Kyle says for pot stocks, I'm 100% in on True Leaf. Can't go wrong with True Leaf, man. They're number one. Up over 70% in the last 4 months. Levon says, I like Spirit Leaf stores. They are nice. I love them. Absolutely love them. Brian says smoking is 90% of the fun. LOL. It's true. Dale says folks who don't smoke will be open rich. Jason Garza says, Infinite, how's the White Widow? Apparently he says he loves it. Brian says, I have a bad feeling about edibles. All it takes is one kid to eat some gummies and get messed up. Well, in Canada, the gummies are only 10 milligrams. So you're not going to get messed up off one gummy. Duarte Barrow says, just got in. What did I miss? CannTrust just did an update saying that they are working on getting their financials up to date by March 25th, 2020. They also said that they have 185 million in cash and liquidity and no borrowings. They also said that they're working on cleaning up some litigation from lawsuits of people that have put on lawsuits on the company because the stock went down. I think, and I made a prediction, that CannTrust will be back, and they'll be back soon. And I think it'll be between January and March of next year. Pat Mann says weed is going to change the world. It's already changed the world. The world has changed here in Canada. You can walk right into any store and buy weed that's got cannabis now. And it's pretty crazy because a year ago you couldn't do that. So it's changing, and it's changing fast, like really fast. Kyle says, infinite possibilities. The USA companies are more profitable because seed to sale, I think. Yeah, that's a good point. Infinite Possibilities says, do you think Pasha will survive? Yes, I do. They're absolutely huge. They're absolutely huge. They could fail. We know them personally, and they know us, but they're huge. So I don't think they're going to fail, but you never know. Stock market is something different. You might be successful as a private company. That doesn't guarantee your success as a public company. You have to have a plan to build your public company, and a lot of these guys just don't have the experience on the public side, and that's why the stocks are getting slaughtered. From what I know, there's only 8 cannabis companies that are up in 2019, and that's just straight scary. 430 companies down and 8 up? Yeah, that's not good enough. Kyle says, True Leaf grows and sells their own buds in their own store, double profit. Hey, you're going to see everybody's going to copy that model. That's the way it works in business. Everybody copycats a successful model. Kyle says, companies here only grow, others sell, cutting. Canada profits large. Yeah, they have specialty people doing specialty things. Vinay Verma says, keep an eye on ALEF. They already have positive EBITDA in the last quarter, had $7 million deal recently, and white label oil sale in Australia. So 2020 will be huge for them. I like Alethea, man. These prices is just crazy. I think these prices are crazy for a lot of people, but Alethea has so much potential. Dale says, will Med Cannabis be a leader in Canada? I don't understand the question. Med Cannabis? You mean Weed MD? I don't know who you mean. Brian says Weed MD will explode in a few months. I like Weed MD. Sherry Briggs says EMH has shown gross profits in the last quarter. That was my first MJ stock. Hope you win big. Wendy Earl says CannTrust is history. Oh, I'm willing to bet that CannTrust will be back. I'm willing to bet that CannTrust will be back. Kyle says, no one in Canada will blow up like CGC straight up like that or not. You never know. Never say never, man. Nobody thought that Tilray would do what they did. You just never know. The stock market is very crazy, and it's very difficult for anyone to really predict what's going to happen in the markets. A lot of people have been predicting a recession. A lot of people have been predicting a crash, and stock markets at all-time highs. It's a great example of the fact you can't predict what's going to happen in the future. Only the elite and the people that are ultra rich running the hedge funds know what's going to happen before it happens, because they're the ones that make it happen. Kyle says they are a beast. Jared says, I think this Forex is going to be a great thing for everybody to get into. I agree, man. It's just another way for us to make money. When the stock market closes, we can still be calling trades. I like it. And I'm down and I'm in. I'm all in. And I'm just excited about learning. Life is about learning. I'm not going to just shut down new opportunities and new things to learn. I want to learn as much as I can. Levon says, smoking some widow right now. Enjoy, my friend. Wendy Earl says, Canopy and Aurora for the win. Garrett Bissonette says, evening all. How you doing, Gary? Levon says, hi, Wendy. Wendy says, hi, Levon. Look at this community. I love it. Duarte says, wow. Yeah, bro. I love to bring you the news first, man. It's just what I do. Five Finger Limited says, can't wait to see your new video, Dylan. I want to see more videos from everybody. Flood me with videos, guys. Make my job difficult. Flood me with videos. Let's go. Wendy Earl says, oh my God, thank God for weed. Looking at my portfolio, I need it. You know what? I'm going to get to your guys' questions. APD, are you ready? Yeah. Be ready, man. Yeah, because your ride's coming. Alberto Ramos says, Rich, I'm 150 to 200 milligram type of guy. How the hell is Canopy 2.5 milligram beverages going to cut it for me? I hope that nanotech packs a punch or has a trick up its sleeve. Yeah, that's the $1 million question. I have no idea. That is a little bit of a joke. But I mean, that's Health Canada just ruining this whole experience. This is supposed to be fun. Cannabis legalization was supposed to be fun. It's not been fun. It's been filled with red tape, tons of red in the markets, and the first year of legalization has been a huge flop. It has. Tons of errors, tons of issues, companies losing money, people losing jobs, investors losing money, CEOs getting fired, scandals with CannTrust. It's been a nightmare. 2019 has been a nightmare. We're going to create a t-shirt. Elad, if you're still watching, Rich TV Shop, we need to create a t-shirt that says, I survived the cannabis crash of 2019. And I'll buy that shirt and I'll be wearing it when we go live. Especially when the stock market explodes in 2020, I'll be wearing that shirt so we can remember these days. Because I'm telling you guys right now, green gold will be back. Just like gold is up right now and the markets are up right now and everything has been up in 2019 except for green gold will be back and it'll be back and bigger and better than ever. Mark my words. Dylan Fraser says, Baha, Wendy. Evan Wirt says, hey, Rich, how you doing, bro? Levon says, me too, but it's a brand new year soon. Yeah, man, new decade. Not just a new year, but a new decade. Dylan Fraser says, portfolio is on autopilot. Perfect. Perfect. Trying to keep up with you guys' messages. All of a sudden, there's a lot. Okay, here we go. Anthony Rice says, Rich, I'm about to have surgery on my shoulder. How can I buy some of your CBD? I'm in Sacramento. I'll give you a link right now. Give you a link right now. The crazy part is I can't give CBD to people in Canada, but I can give it to people in America and in other parts of the world. How crazy is that? And I'm in Canada. Health Canada, man. What a joke. There's the link. I just shared it to my CBD company in America. Anyone in America, you're willing to buy as much as you like. System Deadlock says it's not their model, it's the law where they operate. Wendy Earl says, hey, Levon, why is there a wrench after your name? He has the power. Infinite Possibility says, some of these companies are in no man's land. Once you get under $1, man, it's just trouble. Dale says 10 milligrams is not enough for folks who have chronic pain. I know. That's why I laughed when I heard it was 10 milligrams. Isa Rain says, whoever invested in PTI exploded just like I said it would. Nice call, man. Nice call. How much did it explode? Wendy Earl says, Levon 1, you are commentator. Kyle says, the model in the USA is so much nicer than ours. Well, yeah, clearly it's working better. That's why TrueLeaf is number 1. Dale says, ACB Rich. You guys know I love ACB, man. Dylan Fraser says, AGN had a wicked day. Heads up. Thank you for sharing, brother. System Deadlock said, it's called vertical integration. Not all states follow it. It's good for businesses, but consumers dislike it. Well, the problem is when you're trying to be vertically integrated, you're getting your hands involved in everything, which can water down your business. When you're just focused on seed to sale and you're focused on one vertical of cannabis, which is growing it and selling it, it's easier. It's just easier. So when you're trying to be vertically integrated and to try to do everything and try to be everything to everyone, sometimes that doesn't work. And that's what we're starting to see with a lot of these Canadian companies. Levon says TRST might live. They made it this far. I don't think they're just going to live. I think they're going to thrive. I think if CannTrust wasn't going to live, we'd already see them at a penny. I've been in the markets for a long time. Very rarely do you see a company lose a license like they have to stop selling for as long as they've lost their license, which is over half a year now, and not go under $1. To me, that shows a sign of strength. And it shows me that you're too big to fail. There's some big funders, big banks involved in that company, and they don't want to see it go to zero. Jason Garza says 220 milligram chocolate punch bar will take your pain away. Yeah, that's for sure. Infinite Possibility says, so then we need to find out what the elite are thinking. Pat Mann says, hey, what about a marijuana vitamin? I think you're going to see marijuana everything. Levon says, I hope someone buys TRST, though, for shareholders' sake. I think you're going to see that they're going to turn it around, and they're going to shock the world. Kyle says, wait, what's this Forex? If CannTrust goes from $1 to $5, you would make 400%. And just so everybody knows, CannTrust was at $12 this year. Before they went to $1, they're at $12. I think them going to $5 is not only likely, it's going to happen. It's not likely, it's going to happen. Fat Nut says, averaging down on my LHS over the last month was scary. 10 cents more, and I'm back in the green, baby. Great work. You're trading the right way. Trading the right way. You didn't panic. Lowered your cost. Wait for an explosion, and then take your profits. It's the way to go. And think about it. The sector is only slowly turning around with only a couple companies doing well. Just wait until they skyrocket. People are going to make a killing. Dylan Fraser says, okay, I'll go to Fire and Flower right after Rick TV. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. You're the best. Love it. Trying to keep up with you guys' messages. Wow. Dylan says, I'll send video tonight to Rich. Thank you, bro. I'll post it. Five Finger Limited says, Zenabis didn't sell off on the bad news. I know, despite the fact that Bloomberg did everything they could to try to get them to crash today, with one of the most negative articles I've ever read in my life, not one positive thing was said about Cannabis. It was all negative. Thank you, Bloomberg, for that. Thank you for tearing down another Canadian LP. Even though you guys like to say that you talk about cannabis stocks, you had nothing good to say about Cannabis, despite the fact that they are one of the largest licensed LPs in the world. They have the capacity to be as big as anybody in Canada. They've got a relationship with Tilray. They have a relationship with Tantalus Labs. They have a relationship with Heritage Cannabis. They have a relationship with Starseed. They've got a relationship with Shoppers Drug Mart. They are selling out quickly. Their kgs grew from 2,000 kgs to 3,500 kgs over the last month, but there's nothing good to talk about there. Oh yeah, they've got 40,000 pre-rolls a day now, so they can do 1.2 million pre-rolls a month. Nothing good to talk about there. Let's just talk about the negatives. That was the news from B&M Bloomberg. Very interesting. I got nothing else to say about that. I was just pissed off to read it. Disgusted as a shareholder that this is the type of environment that we're in, and it's a war zone. It's a war zone. It's an absolute war zone of media giving bad news and good news, the companies giving good news, the media giving bad news, and trying to create fear and panic. It's sad. It's disgusting. Patrick McGee says, yeah, exercised about checking out your Forex video. Don't pay attention to haters, bro. Hey, man, you know what? I don't want to pay attention to haters, but they exist. So as long as they exist, I will acknowledge them for what they are. Let's just put it at that. I will always listen to everybody because I do believe in feedback, good and bad. And I'll listen to everybody because I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I bleed like everybody else. If you cut me, I bleed. Okay? I have ups and downs in my life like everybody else. I have good days and bad. But at the end of the day, one thing I will not do is ever back down from anybody. Ever. I'll never back down. I'm never going to run. And I'm never going to, turtle because someone else has something to say. One thing I could tell you is this. For a lot of the people that have something to say, they'll never say it to my face. That's all I could say. They got enough guts to say it on their channel. See ya, bro. They got enough guts to say it on their channel, on their show, on their stream, but they'll never have enough guts to say it to my face. That's all I got to say. And I also don't think highly enough of them to actually talk about them on my channel because that would actually be giving them exposure. And why would I want to do that? Why would I want to give exposure to haters and trolls? All they do is really waste my time, and they waste your time. It's a waste of time. Look, I just spent another 2 minutes talking about them. Levon says, FAF have great stores in Edmonton. Levon says, Fire and Flower and Spirit Leaf are both great names. I agree. I think they have a great future. Same with Meta. Meta Growth, Fire and Flower, Spirit Leaf. 3 big retail chains in Canada that have a chance to explode, and everybody should be watching them. That's all I got to say. Can't tell you what to do. All I can do is show you the winners and bring them to you first, because that's just what we do. I love watching people talk about a stock that I talked about years ago, and then they say they brought it first. And I just laugh. I howl. I'm like, you brought what first? I'm pretty sure we've talked about all the cannabis stocks in the sector first before anybody. We talk about stocks before they even do their IPOs. Why do you think we talk about all the cannabis stocks? There's a reason for it. There's a reason why I bring you guys all the cannabis stocks. Because we want to be the most educated, the most influential community of cannabis investors and entrepreneurs in the world. And I believe we are. And I believe we will only get bigger and we will only get better. Because I know where I was 3 years ago, and I didn't know nearly as much about the cannabis sector as I do today. And I look back at where I was a year ago, and I didn't know nearly as much about the cannabis sector as I do today. So I'm assuming a year from now, I'm going to know even more about the cannabis sector than I do today. So let's just keep going and keep growing. Yeah, you know what? I didn't show the inside of the Spirit Leaf store, Dylan. So you can do that video too. I did not show the inside of Spirit Leaf store. I just did a review of the product. Like I showed you guys the product, right? I showed you the product, right? But I didn't actually go into the store and make a video. So love for you to do that. Love for you to do that. Dale says medical cannabis is a big number in Canada for LPs. I agree. It's going to be huge. Reefer Al Joint says, great to see the camaraderie in the chat room. Yo, Reefer Al Joint, guys, go to Reefer Al Joint on Twitter. This man is a beast, okay? I spoke to him personally over the phone. We talked for probably like an hour. Is that right, Reefer? And he was actually teaching me how to do Twitter. So I want to give you a shout out, Reefer Al Joint. Everybody go to Twitter and follow Reefer Al Joint. This man is killing it on Twitter, bringing more news and more content about cannabis than anybody I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. He is a freaking machine. And literally he was teaching me what I need to do to grow my Twitter. And I've been following his system and it works. Like it's crazy. So I absolutely love it when members of the community can call me and I can call you and we can just talk like normal people, like grown adults, and find ways to help each other. That's what this is about. That's what makes this community so special. That's what makes this community so unique. That's why so many people are trying to copycat us. That's why so many people have something bad to say, because they're jealous, because they don't have members sending them videos. They don't have a Forex trading academy. They don't have an options trading academy. You know? So obviously they're going to try to talk you down because they don't got what you got. It's like me trying to talk down Snoop Dogg or Gary Vee or Joe Rogan or Jim Cramer. I'm not going to try to talk them down because I idolize those guys. I respect those guys. Those guys are the reason why I do what I do. So I'm not going to talk them down. I'm not going to try to bring myself up by talking them down. I got too much class for that. Instead, I'm going to talk them up, show them my respect, whether they respect me or not, or watch me or not. I'm going to show them my respect because one day I expect to be in their seat. That's the difference between me and all these guys that have hate. They'll never be in this seat. Never. Never, never, never. And they know it. So instead of actually trying to be in the seat, they're trying to knock me down. Because it's much easier to knock me down than it is to be in the seat. Trust me, it ain't easy to be in this seat. You want a wrench, Wendy? Pat Mann says, Rich, what cannabis stocks do you own? I'm not going to be talking about cannabis stocks that I own on the show anymore. I'm just going to let you guys know that I own 20 cannabis stocks. I'm going to continue to accumulate more. I am creating a VIP membership and a community, which will be a paid service. So anybody that wants my picks and access to my picks can pay for them. And that's the way it's going to be. Nothing will be public anymore. I'm not going to be giving away any of my picks anymore. I'm not going to let the shorters try to short my picks anymore. Those days are over. I've learned from that. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I won't be talking about my picks. I'll just be giving you guys the news. I'll be educating you guys about the sector. I'll be talking about the companies that I like the most. And I'll be buying these picks all the time. I promise you that. I promise you that. But I don't need to share my picks with everybody. I don't think that that's smart. And it's not going to help you guys either if I share my picks with you guys. Because if I buy a stock and then somebody sees it, like Andrew left, and he decides to get his whole crew of shorters to short my pick, you're going to lose. So you don't want me to give my picks. I'll just talk about all the stocks because they can't short them all. Maybe they did in 2019, but they won't be able to do it forever. So we're going to have a little bit of a different strategy of how we deliver our picks moving forward. Trust me. We're going to be a little bit more strategic. Infinite Possibility says, I predict an explosion from NWES tomorrow. Hey, man. You guys know I love new esports gaming. I interviewed them first. I brought them to you guys first. I think they're a great company. They got great potential. I love gaming. My son loves to do gaming. I play games with my son and his friends and my friends. I'm still gaming, over 40 and I'm still gaming. So I love gaming, man. And I love cannabis and I love crypto and I love Forex and I love options trading. I'm an entrepreneur and I love real estate. I love it all, man. As an entrepreneur, I honestly love it all. And I want to continue to accumulate it all. Just keep getting more of everything. Wendy Earl says, going to get some Trulieve. Isa Rain says, PTI up 35%. That's good, man. That's a good call. Keep bringing those winners, man. I love it. People helping people. That's the beauty of this community. Kyle says, Wendy, best thing I've ever done. Five Finger Limited says, CGC is starting out slow on the levels of THC, so they don't have a drink scare. Exactly. Smart. Avon Wirt says, Rich, what about hemp? And should you get into a good company even though it's a penny stock, or should you wait till they are over $1? Penny stocks are very risky. So if you're going to buy a penny stock, just know that you could potentially lose all your money. But they also have huge upside. With more risk comes more reward. So yeah, penny stocks can be huge. I've made a lot of money with penny stocks. I've also made lots of money with big board stocks. There's risk everywhere in the stock market. Big board stocks, penny stocks, you name it, there's risk. So what I can tell you is that if you want to protect your money, invest in the best. And I would start with the bigger and the better companies. Facebook, Home Depot, Costco, Visa, American Express. These are just some companies, MasterCard, that I've talked about on my show for years, and all they've done is go up. They've consistently been going up. That's all I got to say. Just look at the charts. I've been talking about Facebook since 2017, and they've gone up from 100 to 200. I've been talking about Amazon since it was at 400. They've been as high as 2,000. Now they're at 1,700. I mean, I can go on and on and on about companies that I've been talking about since 2017. I've been talking about Twitter since 2017 when it was at $13. It's been as high as 40. I mean, these are picks that I believe in. These are picks that I've talked about for years, and they've done extremely well, and they'll continue to. They may come down, but long-term, they're going to keep going higher because they're making money. They're part of the fabric of society. Kyle says, seeing red every day gets sad, but I love pot stocks, so I had to be in, but profit the money brought me to Trulieve, been killing it. There you go, man. Ever since you got in Trulieve, Trulieve is the streak buster. If you've been on a losing streak and you buy Trulieve, it could bust your streak. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Sorry, I lost my oh, you guys have a lot of messages. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Dan says, Else Nutrition down to 31 cents today. Buying opportunity. I couldn't find any bad news. I think that that's very likely. But if you made money on Else Nutrition and sold, congratulations. Dale says, getting tax removed from medical will increase less black market. It's going to just continue to eat into the black market. Infinite Possibility says, everyone get excited. We are going to get a piece of this $1 trillion business. We're here, man. We're here and we're standing tall. Dylan Fraser says, Rich, I see Trulieve's chart at 2165. Can it push all-time highs? Yeah, I think it can. Jason Garza says, chins up, everyone. Remember, due to the human condition, people want medication without all the side effects and want to chill without alcohol. It's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming. This is green gold. It can't be stopped. Dylan Fraser says, maybe wait for pullback, but what if it doesn't come down? That's the risk that everybody has to kind of consider when they're looking at companies like Trulieve, Liberty Health Sciences that have been on fire. Pat says, what about Suniva? Suniva is a nightmare. Suniva is in one of the worst situations. They're running out of money, and there's people that are putting on lawsuits on the company because they owe them money. Suniva's in trouble, straight up. And I'm a shareholder, and it sucks. I'm not happy about that one. Wendy says, we all love you, Rich. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you. Kyle says, and when we see Canadian companies turn around, we can always follow the money back. We won't miss a thing. Trust me. It's true. It's true. System Deadlock says, Fat Nuts, you just riding to break even or considering adding more at these levels? Kyle says, yes, Rich, you got no idea how much I love the platform, man, giving me contact with so many other investors. I mean, that's the whole goal here, you know? It's the whole goal here. It's a community. It's a team. Rain Band says, Rich, they just opened a cannabis store here in Reno, Nevada. Would you also like me to send you a video? Yes. Yes. Make a video of the outside. Make a video of the inside. Go up to the guy at the store. Ask them for pricing. Ask them to see products. Tell them that you're showing a video for Rich TV Live on YouTube, one of the largest influencers for cannabis stocks in the world. Talked about cannabis stocks since 2017, almost 3 years, and that this video will be shown to a lot of cannabis enthusiasts, which is going to help the store get more sales. It's a win-win-win scenario. Our community wins because they get great content. I win because we're getting great content on our show. The store wins because they're going to get more visibility for their store. Win, win, win. And you win because I'll put your name, any social media feeds you have, any links to your channels, Instagram, whatever you want. I'll put that in the description of the video because I want to help you guys grow. You're helping me. I want to help you. It's a winning proposition for everybody involved. That's what I like. Win, win, win. That's why I like it, man. Kyle says, I wish I could have my own show, but I'd never. Why? Why? Levon says, Suniva is a scary situation. They're in a very scary situation. Infinite Possibility says, leave your emotions out of the market. That's great advice, but it's very difficult to do. Zain Mahmood says, how much profit do you usually make on Forex? Honestly, I just started Forex trading and I'm just funding my account. I have not done one Forex trade yet. I'm just starting, but I've been watching for a month and I've been watching them win. Like literally, I've been watching the live streams and they've been winning and winning and winning at least 70 to 90% of the trades. So I wanted to do that first before I brought it to the community. I wanted to make sure people were winning, and I'm very impressed with the winning. So now I'm going to start funding my account. I'm going to start with $100 and I want to build my account up. Then I'll put in 1,000, then I'll put in 10,000, then I'll put in 100,000, then I'll put in 1 million. That's my goal. So let's watch it unfold. Pat Mann says haters are funny. I don't think they're funny. I think they're sad, actually. They're really sad. Mitchell Lucas says, Zena coming to Ontario soon. The head of the OCS says he will open the stores and then we will see. We got so much growth coming. George Soros says, you're still talking about cannabis. Yes, I'm still talking about cannabis. Because last time I looked, people still buying cannabis. Last time I looked, people are still buying cannabis. People are still buying cannabis last time I looked. I don't know. We're still buying cannabis. People are still taking cannabis. And we're about to launch edibles in Canada, unless you didn't know. We're about to launch edibles in Canada. This is an Aurora cannabis product, by the way. San Rafael Tangerine Dream. This is a Aurora cannabis product, by the way. So, yeah. Last time I looked, people are going to just keep buying cannabis. Last time I looked, cannabis was recession-proof, actually. Wendy says, I sold my Suniva before they went down. Thank God. Good move. Alberto Ramos says, Rich, check out Tetra Biopharma right here in Ottawa. Pipeline includes treatment of dry eye, liver cancer, opioid addiction, fibromyalgia, hemorrhoids, and many more phase 1, 2 trials in place, etc. Yeah, and they've got FDA approval. I know them very well. I did a video on them. I've been talking about them a lot. And thank you for sharing your pick. Levon says, branding-wise, Meta is not a good name compared to FAF or ISH. Yeah, Meta growth, it's okay, but I still like the business. Pat Mann says 48 North, T-God, 2 companies that have been beat up. I think they have a future, but it's going to be a wait and see for those 2. Reefer Aljoin says, I dare any anti-Canna investors to step to Rich. Rich will run circles around them while we laugh. You know it. You know it. I know more about the cannabis sector than most people will ever know. And it's just because I'm in it. Like, guys, you bring me a pick, and I know almost every single pick. You can just give me a symbol, and I know the company. And I'm sure you know them too, because we're learning through osmosis, because we're talking about these stocks every day. Day after day after day after day after day. So while there's a lot of pretenders out there that are pretending to be cannabis enthusiasts, that are pretending to actually have connections, that are pretending to actually talk to CEOs, we're actually talking to CEOs. And we ain't just talking to CEOs of cannabis companies. We're talking to CEOs of all the companies. In fact, I got another company I'm going to be talking to tomorrow that's in the resource sector that wants to get on Rich TV Live. Why would they want to get on Rich TV Live if I had nothing to offer? Why would they want to get on Rich TV Live if we had no value? When everybody was talking about cannabis stocks, I was talking about resources and telling everyone that that was the time to buy resources. I was correct. And all the resource stocks have exploded and the cannabis stocks have come down. Now I'm going to have another company come on my show again to talk about resources. Just saying. Why do these guys all want to come on our show? I wonder. We must have nothing to offer, right? MedMan, I like MedMan, but man, they've got troubles. Suniva, same thing. They got troubles. So stay away from the troubles. They got troubles. Why would you want to put your money at risk? Dylan Fraser says, oh, I thought that was the store. Okay, next on the list. Just get them all, Dylan. I appreciate you, bro. You're a beast. Don says, Rich, I just got here. Thank you for joining, Don. I made a prediction. My prediction is that CannTrust will be back. They will get their license back from Health Canada, and you will see a new direction for CannTrust. You will see a bigger, better, stronger version of CannTrust. And I think that that is at least a $5 stock, currently trading at $1 in Canada. I think the upside is tremendous for anyone that's willing to take that risk. I haven't yet. And even if I do, I'm not going to tell you I will. But I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it really, really hard. Dylan Fraser says, gotta smoke a lot, LOL. Good thing I have a lot of friends. Exactly. I got my friends. I'm like, hey, come on, guys. Test out these products so I can let the community know how they are. Levon says, I have to go later, folks. Remember last January? Let's just get there tired. Yeah, last January was an epic explosion. It was the beginning of the resurrection of 2019. Unfortunately, it didn't last. We started having red in April. It lasted for 3 months. If we can get even another 3-month explosion like that, we'll be looking good. Infinite Possibility says we are creating massive value by investing in these companies, so we will get massive profits. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt. Smoking 559 says, can't wait for that Planet 13 get together. Let's get it. Hanging out by the pool, smoking cannabis, live streaming, drinking cannabis-infused beverages, eating edibles, and then going to the club as a community? Yeah, that's got to happen. That's got to happen. Pat Mann says, do you know how many songs are about marijuana? Oh, I'm sure there's tons. But I'm pretty sure we were the first ever in the world to talk about cannabis stocks through music. I'm pretty sure we were the first in the world. That's another thing we're the first to do. And we'll continue to be the first with everything we do. We're the first to do reviews where we actually show you the products, open up the packages, and actually show you the buds. We were the first to do that. We're the first to come up with cannabis songs that are related to stocks. We're the first to talk about cannabis stocks on YouTube. We just like to be the first, man. Everybody else just chasing us. We ain't chasing nobody. We ain't chasing nobody. We just chasing ourselves. And the beautiful thing is I want you guys to be a part of this. I want you guys to be part of the show. I do. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's so many people that are part of this community that I talk to, that I talk to over the phone, that I'm personally friends with, that I've met. And that's what makes this community so special. There's so much value here. And it's only going to get bigger and it's only going to get better. Kyle says, Reefer, I don't use Twitter. You got a YouTube thing. I think he's only on Twitter. Fat Nut says, systems deadlock, no sitting and waiting. A pullback will happen eventually. If it drops about 10 cents, then I'm interested. Reefer I'll join says, cannabis news all day, every day. Yeah, bro. You are 24/7 cannabis news on Twitter, bro. Nobody is more crazy with cannabis news on Twitter than Reefer Al Joint. He is a freaking beast. I believe Reefer Al Joint is doing about 125 posts a day on average on Twitter. Like, I've never seen anything like it. He's just on a next level. Just on a next level. I've never seen anything like it. Like, not even close. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys play tonight. And I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize I couldn't get into all the messages, but I'm a single dad. I got kids. You know, son has to go to soccer practice. Daughter goes to gymnastics. You know, there's things to be done. I apologize. I wish I could have stayed longer. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a longer stream. But thank you guys for joining me on your evening. Thank you guys for being here. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. CannTrust News. I think CannTrust comes back. And my prediction is CannTrust is back fully licensed by Health Canada between January and March of 2020. You can book it. Remember who told you this first. CannTrust will be back. $185 million in cash and liquid assets. No borrowings. Still at $1. And if and when they get that license back, I predict we will see them go very quickly to $2. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them go to at least $5 at some point in 2020, if not higher. That's right. You heard it here first. Get your popcorn ready. Your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. Tomorrow, I got a resource company that'll be on the show. We just launched Forex trading. I'll be launching options trading. So many things going on behind the scenes. And that's why everybody's got something to say. My thing is, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. That's just a little bit of advice from a guy who's been around the block. And that's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I wish I could have answered all your questions. I'll watch this video again. I'll read them all, and then I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. Appreciate you guys. If you guys want to get into the Forex trading, just email me, richtvlive@gmail.com. No pressure. I can just walk you through the whole process, show you how it works. And if you're interested, you can get involved. If not, that's cool too. No pressure. I don't really care. But if you want to trade with me and you want to trade and be in the trenches with me, doing Forex trading, doing crypto trading, doing options trading, it's how we do it, man. It's how we roll. It's your boy Rich. I'm out. Peace. We've been doing this since 2017. We were the first to talk about cannabis stocks on YouTube. We were the first to talk about cannabis stock songs on YouTube. We were the first to show you guys products, open them up, and actually show you the product on YouTube. Now, when I do this, I take a big risk. I can easily get my channel censored. I truly believe we are censored, but we don't really care. This ain't about views, man. This is about having the best content on YouTube, and I can guarantee you there ain't nobody even close. 1,800 videos, 3 million views, almost 23,000 subscribers in 3 years, 70,000 subscribers worldwide on all of our social media, and we're getting bigger every single day. We're getting better every single day. And it's because of you, the people, and you, YouTube. We love you, YouTube. Without you, YouTube, none of this is possible. The greatest streaming platform in the universe. And I want to go out with some music. So let's go out with some music. Let's go out in style, right? Because that's what we do. Since we have the music, we might as well play it. So I have a show that I do every single Sunday, okay? Or Saturday. And it's called Rich TV Live and Invested Millennial. We've done 2 episodes. This weekend will be our 3rd episode. Ill Kid was gracious enough to make us another free song that he's willing to share with our community for Rich TV Live and Invest in Millennial. This is the new song. It's called the Rich TV Live and Invest in Millennial theme song. Let me know what you guys think. Here it is. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Love, peace, harmony. All I want you guys to do is win.
You know what it is, man? It's your boy Eel Kid. And you know I'm rocking with my man Rich TV, right? But I gotta introduce to you that new. Let's go. Invest in millennia. Invest in millennia. Invest in millennia. We're Rich TV Live. We're Rich TV Live. We're Rich TV. You know what it is. Ready, we gon' make it pop. Two forces are joined and yeah, we talking stocks. Growing quickly, never slowing, never gon' stop. If you want some merchandise, go on and check the shop. Bring it to you first, sell it for a payday. Now we connected from Vancouver to LA. If you not subscribed to Rich, you talking Mayday. We gon' teach you all the ins and outs just like a sensei. Once a week we making videos for you to see. We spice it up, we talking life like it's just you and me. Tune in every week, yeah, you should check it so you can get a male and female perspective. If you're stuck, we show you how to get that paper. Rich and Wendy, she's a communications major. If you ever need some help, text and we'll reply. We plant the seed of greatness, watch it grow, it's so divine. Invest in millennia. Invest in millennia. Invest in millennia.